Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time for some Eureka announcements. We have the announcements for May, three titles here. It is Masters of Cinema May, it seems. So let's dive in and have a look at what they have announced. So, first up, we have Cécile Is Dead. Director Maurice Tournier, 1944, crime mystery. I love a crime mystery. An unsung master of French cinema meets an undisputed master of detective fiction. And Cécile Is Dead, as Maurice Tournier brings Georges Simenon's crime novel to the screen. Simenon's beloved Sooth Inspector Maigret appeared in 75 novels and 28 short stories, written over 5 decades, along with innumerable radio, film, and television adaptations. And here, Tournier directs one of the very finest amongst them. Inspector Maigret of the Parisian police has recently been bothered rather too often by Cécile Pardon, who insists on speaking to him every few days. Each time, she reports to Maigret that someone has been breaking into the house she shares with her elderly aunt. But the inspector is too busy investigating a gang of counterfeiters to look into her fanciful claims. He can't ignore Cécile for long, though, for soon Cécile is dead, murdered, and in the very same police station in which she had been pleading for his help. One of 3 Inspector Maigret films made in occupied France during World War II, Cécile Is Dead boasts noirish cinematography. The Master of Cinema series is proud to present this French crime classic on Blu-ray, marking its first release in home video in the UK. Its limited edition O-card slipcase to 2,000 copies, along with a booklet. You've got a 1080p HD presentation, original French mono audio, optional English subtitles, introduction to the film by Christine Letou, author of Maurice Tournier, Réalisateur sans frontières. New audio commentary by crime cinema expert Sergio Angelini, host of the Tipping My Fedora podcast. My Friend Maigret, new discussion of Inspector Maigret from page to screen with film historian Martin Hall. I love murder mysteries, so yeah, I'm already in. I'm interested to see this film, the period it was made, to see the kind of story, to see if it puts in any thematics of the time into it. Curious. Next up, we have Traces of Stone, another Masters of Cinema release, and another one from the DEFA. Yep. Group in the mid-1960s, 11 films produced by DEFA, the state-operated film studio of the German Democratic Republic, were either pulled from theatres or banned from release due to their supposedly anti-socialist themes. The most infamous of these films was Trace of Stones, an intense and accomplished political drama directed by one of East Germany's most talented filmmakers, Frank Bayer, who did Jacob the Liar. Han Bala is the bullish leader of a crew of an East German worksite and is not averse in indulging in some questionable tactics, including the theft of scarce materials, if it will keep his projects on track. In order to tame Bala, the ruling Socialist Unionist Party installs Secretary Werner Horath to oversee the site's day-to-day operations. At the same time, a new engineer arrives, Katie Klee, a lone woman in an all-male environment. As the love triangle develops between Klee, Bala, and Horath, tensions, both personal and political, threaten to boil over. A nuanced exploration of the everyday workings of socialism in practice. Trace of Stones was perceived as an attack on the GDR's national ideology and withdrawn from cinemas in 1966. Frank Bayer did not direct another feature film until 1975, while Trace of Stones was suppressed until after the fall of the Berlin Wall. The Masters of Cinema is proud to present this extraordinary film available on Blu-ray for the first time. Again, we've got an O-card and booklet limited to the first 2,000 copies, 1080p HD presentation for a restoration by the DEFA Foundation. We've got the original German audio, English subtitles, which are new and revised for this release. The 11th Plenum, a cultural devastation, substantial archival documentary on the 11th Plenum, which resulted in the banning of several DEFA productions, including Trace of Stones. That could be quite interesting. Trace of Time, director Frank Bayer, feature-length archival documentary on Trace of Stones director Frank Bayer, widely recognised as one of the most important East German filmmakers. Children's Home, DEFA documentary on the residents of an East German children's home banned until after the fall of the Berlin Wall. I've been loving the DEFA stuff now. I don't think I've really found much that I haven't enjoyed, but it's all been really interesting, really kind of eye-opening as well. Finally, this month we have a 4K upgrade. We have Spine number 173 in the Masters of Cinema series, which is The General. Now, I've seen quite a lot of Buster Keaton's films, and for some reason, even though I have a Blu-ray copy of this is the one film of his which is generally regarded as the best, which I haven't seen. I don't know why. I will rectify that soon. Buster Keaton was arguably the greatest comedian of the silent era, and certainly one of the funniest and most talented performers to ever work in the movie business. The General is his masterpiece. Co-directed, co-written, co-produced and starring Keaton, it is a side-splitting document of comedy genius at the peak of his powers, and boasts some of the finest slapstick set pieces ever committed to film. Western and Atlantic Railroad train engineer Johnny Gray loves two things: his sweetheart, Annabella Lee, and his prized locomotive, the General. When the Civil War breaks out, Johnny intends to enlist in the Confederate Army, but is rejected, ending his budding relationship with Annabelle. As the war rages on, those spies working for the Union steal Johnny's beloved engine and inadvertently kidnap Annabelle, leading him to doggedly pursue them both across enemy lines. Featuring what is perhaps the most thrilling chase sequence ever committed to film, The General is a perennial classic and stands with the very finest examples of silent comedy. The Masters of Cinema series is honoured to present The General on 4K UHD for the first time in the UK. Again, we have a O-card slipcase and booklet for the first 2,000 copies. We've got a 4K from a 4K digital restoration presented in new and exclusive Dolby Vision HDR, HDR10 compatible. A score by Carol Davis. We've got a new audio commentary by David Gallic, new video essay on The General, new video essay on locomotives in the films of Buster Keaton, interview with film scholar Peter Kramer, introduction by Orson Welles, introduction by Gloria Swanson, tour of filming locations, video tour archival featurette, and home movie footage. Finally going to check it out. Finally going to see The General. Looking forward to it. It's been something that has been, I suppose, a white whale. I mean, I've had it. I've just never went to it because it is often regarded as Keaton's best film. I think I've almost shied away with it, trying to experience everything else up till then. But I suppose it's time. Here we have a bundle offer. So if you order all 3 of May's releases, you'll get 10% off, which would be amazing. Yeah, I think it's a good offer. It's nice to see a month where it's just solidly Masters of Cinema films, and I feel we've got 3 very different ones there as well, which is great. It just shows you what the Masters of Cinema can deliver. I think the standout for me has to be The General. It should be, yeah. Although I am very interested in Cécile Is Dead, and of course Trace of Stones, like I said, the DEFA stuff has been really interesting, really eye-opening, and a kind of great discovery over the past year. So something I'm definitely looking to get into. Is there anything here that really jumps out to you? Anything that makes you sit up and go, do you know what? That looks fantastic. Well, let me know in the comment box below what you're picking up or what you think of these announcements. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.